When it comes to helping your marriage, everyone is looking for the secret. That one magic bullet that's going to just fix it all in an instant. And I'm sorry to tell you, there is no magic bullet. I know that's hard to hear, and, the last thing I want you to do is leave this page, but I want to give you the truth. You're not alone with needing advice on this topic. Help My Marriage is a cry that a lot of people make, even if they don't say it out loud. You, however, have shown inner strength by being here right now and watching this video. It really is a very good starting point for you. Listen, maybe this isn't your first attempt at this. Maybe you've tried everything and found little success. Now, either way, this is a new beginning where you take control and give your relationship back to its best self, if not better than it ever was before. I just quickly want to go over the 3 fundamental building blocks of a strong marriage in the simplest way possible. And they are: love gives you strength, strength gives you power, and power makes you strong. Now, love is centrally important to helping your marriage. It isn't just there. It needs nurturing to grow to its full potential. And when as a couple you're bonded in love, you have the strength to face any problem in unison. And this strength gives you the power, which makes you strong enough to take on the world. So you can see how this love sort of snowballs into this accumulation of confidence and power to live life fearlessly together. And it really starts with understanding each other's needs. Intimacy is an extremely important factor in staying together long term. And this doesn't simply mean having sex using as many different positions as humanly possible, It also includes, the simpler stuff, like just holding hands and exchanging physical contact on a variety of levels. And when was the last time you just hugged your partner out of the blue, just hugged them, and just hugged them and looked in their eyes and told them that you loved them unconditionally? You and your partner also have a need for emotional intimacy, sharing the past, your feelings, on a wide variety of personal topics, not always directed to you both as a couple. Without the intimacy, it's hard to maintain love and feel strong. Lacking self-confidence is another marriage killer. Low self-esteem is a factor of poor marriage compatibility. Feeling you're not generally, good enough to be with that perfect partner and settling for whichever person will take you, it's going to sabotage you. Working on your own self-confidence issues can help your marriage hugely. And it might even be you feel your partner has confidence issues of their own. Often low self-esteem comes from that feeling of not being good enough. Take a piece of paper and write a list of all your good points. Just list them out. What makes you a fabulous person? It's a good idea to also write a list of what makes your partner a good person, to remind yourself of their character strengths, rather than focusing on the bad personality or situation aspects which are winding you up. What is love? You recognize your partner has strengths, as do you. Lots of them. What brought you together? What made you fall in love with each other? And really, what is love? That age-old question that nobody quite has the actual answer to, though there's a lot of opinions on the topic. I remember my child first telling me that they loved me. He was about 3 years old, and after years of telling them, I love you, I heard it back, finally. It was the most magical feeling in the universe, and I felt amazing. The love between a couple is similar to that between parent and child. An adult looks to another adult for that support, nurture, care, commitment, and unified bond that can be found in marriage. You want to complement your partner. Outweigh the negatives you share by balancing them with 2 or more compliments. When you moan to your best friend about your partner, always try to think of something positive to say as well. it's easy to remember the negatives, and after a while, they begin to affect your mood and the way you think about your partner. Try to embrace that you do certain things differently. And you should try not to, it's a common saying, don't fall asleep angry. But it's true. You should try to resolve all of your arguments with your partner, that day, that night. Address it. Even if it doesn't get resolved, address it with them. And you want to respect their privacy to an extent. It is okay to have certain things private from your partner, and giving them their own personal space is important to make them feel like an individual. And this is different for every couple. For example, you don't need to know their email login details or their bank account password. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with knowing that stuff. But there's also nothing wrong with giving them that space. Trust is the foundation of your relationship. And accepting that they're allowed to have some things private in their life will feed positivity into your relationship. It helps a person to feel in charge and independent. A lot like the freedom a parent gives a child as he or she grows. So where this changes is if you or your partner have cheated or had an affair. In this instance, sharing everything with your partner is a must for rebuilding trust. Showing total honesty on all levels is crucial here. And I get into that in other videos. You want to make sure that you continue to surprise each other. Let's look at a typical week, How many times do you surprise your partner? Doing something out of the ordinary routine. Write a list of ways that you can surprise your partner are a great start to improving your relationship. Simple things like leaving them a note that simply says, "I love you," somewhere they'll typically look. You can book them a massage. You can take them to the mall for coffee, or, give them some time out just to enjoy themselves, by themselves, without the kids, without, even you. Say that you'll do a job at home that they typically do or don't enjoy doing, like washing dishes or whatever. You can cook them a meal if this is something that's not ordinarily done. You can take them out to the movies. You can buy flowers. You can send them a romantic text to tell them they're the center of your world. I'm sure you can think of lots more. Choose one thing to do this week and set yourself the challenge to do this something new for your partner weekly. See how positively this feeds back into your relationship and your intimacy. There's no longer going to be this saying of "help my marriage" once you take action and start feeling the progress with these steps. Treasure your differences. Don't try to reject your differences with your partner. They're what make each of you who you are, and ultimately amazing people. Talk to other people positively about your partner. And you'll be surprised how fantastically this feeds back into your marriage. Don't stop here. Continue this education, restore your marriage, and rekindle the romance in your marriage. So go ahead and visit right now at mindyourmarriage.com, and I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.